A very good Tuesday morning to everyone out there. Landon here with you to bring you your latest weather or night forecast, courtesy of Ohio Valley Insurance. Got some thunder boomers out there early this morning. We have the initial wave of round of storms. It's been working northeast across the region. You can see where the Wobbles community is outlined here in the white. We have had a few reports from the northern tier of Warren County over in Gherkin and Anna, with small hail being reported. Outside of that, some lightning and some strong winds out there and heavy rain. That's all that we have been dealing with. Luckily, we've had all the activity remaining sub-severe this morning, but all that could change with a cold front plowing through here as we work late tonight on into our Wednesday morning. Let's get a look here across the region. Beechtree News Skycam overlooking Morgantown is showcasing where the rain is starting to pull off and out of the region. So after we get this initial round out of here, the bulk of the activity is across the eastern tier of Wobbles as we speak. We've actually got a few breaks in the clouds that's ongoing over in that direction. And we are anticipating a lull in activity here as we work throughout a good chunk of the daylight hours before attention turns to this evening and throughout late tonight. D93 Skycam showcasing the wet pavement out there. Be aware of that on your morning commute before you head out the door. Temperatures have stayed up overnight, folks. Already located up right around the 60-degree mark. Highs again this afternoon are going to hit right around the mid-70s, and there's a good reason for that. We're going to have brisk southerly winds with us throughout the day. They're already gusting upwards of the cusp of 10 to 20 miles an hour. Total rainfall amounts throughout this morning, anywhere from 1 to 2/10 of an inch, with plenty more where that came from. With the line of storms we're anticipating throughout the latter part of today. Speaking of those winds, the entirety of Wobbles has been issued a wind advisory beginning this afternoon and lasting all the way through Wednesday morning. We're going to see southerly winds gusting upwards of 30 to 40 miles an hour at times. So despite no rainfall throughout a good chunk of the day, be aware that will be quite a nuisance in the great outdoors. All right, so we can jump over here and take a look. Here's the surface setup that we were just talking about and taking a look at. And you can see we have a cold front that is approaching from the north and west that is going to be showcasing and bringing the severe weather threat to our region here as we work throughout tonight. Taking a look here over at the latest model guidance, we'll give you the breakdown of how this is all going to unfold. But we are looking at the very early hours of tonight, all right? Here we are progressing into this evening at sunset. Here we are getting closer into midnight, and you can see the development of the activity is right here along the Ohio River. That's where the initial threat will be across the great Commonwealth of Kentucky. And then that line is going to pull down off to the south and east here, along with the cold front, as you can see here. We are honing in on the pre-dawn hours of our Wednesday morning through just after sunrise on Wednesday to showcase the high severe weather threats for us. And folks, behind that passing cold front, it is going to get very cold very quick on Wednesday. So today will be rather warm, somewhat humid even, but all that is going to change as we work into tomorrow. So let's get a closer view of what's going on. We have the initial round of the storms that are tracking through here that we were just looking at. Short-term model guidance is handling that rather well to an extent. And then you'll see, folks, is what we were just looking at on the sky cams. We get into a period of quiet weather. Maybe some meandering light hit and miss sprinkles and a shower or two here or there. It's as we hit lunchtime on, those southerly winds are really going to crank up, and the wind advisory will go into effect, lasting all the way through the overnight and through mid-morning on Wednesday. You can see here, folks, we even work into this evening after sunset. There's not a lot going on, but keep your eyes right here along where the parent cold front is going to be approaching from. Here we are getting into the midnight time frame, and you can see, as previously mentioned, right along and north of the Ohio River is where the severe threat will initially exist. Then it's expected to congeal into a line and trunk off down to the south and east, blasting right through Wobbles at some point in time around 3 a.m. to roughly 6 to 7 a.m. on Wednesday is the time frame that we're honing in on this on. Okay? You need to stay weather aware. You need to have multiple ways of receiving alerts should any severe weather warnings be issued. You know our motto here at Weather or Night, don't be scared, be prepared. You got your smartphone, you got a weather radio, whatever you need. It's just not ideal coming through in the middle of the night whenever the vast majority of people are sleeping, okay? There will be a variety of threats coming along with this severe weather threat. Scattered damaging winds can be rolled out, maybe an isolated instance of a large hail. I'm not too concerned with that. But also, right along the leading edge and with the line that comes through here, folks, we could get in on even a tornado spin up along that line. So those are the two primary things we're looking at, is the damaging winds and the potential for a tornado spin up out here to come along with that. One of the things that's still the big question mark is how much instability is going to be available. We've been talking about this over the past several days, folks, including the end of last week as well. The instability is very much alive throughout this afternoon, even alive throughout a good chunk of this evening. And then we move after midnight, and the instability just begins to fall apart with lower values coming in here as the line moves through. So we're going to continue to keep close eyes on this, folks. The instability remains a question mark, but we're going to have to watch it closely to say the least. Here we are looking at shear markers. This is what's showcasing rotation within our atmosphere. You can see as we're working through this morning that nice little strong cell there moving just north of the Wobbles community had a good little track streak on it. And then we work throughout this evening and watch them as they appear again first right along the Ohio River, and then the shear markers come closer down and around our vicinity. These shear markers, folks, are showcasing where the rotation picks up there within any given cell. So as previously mentioned, it's just going to be worth keeping very close eyes on here as we work throughout the overnight, okay? The Storm Prediction Center has included the Wobbles community in a slight risk for severe weather that'll be right along the northern tier of the region. Those located further off to the north and to the west will have the higher probability of severe weather late tonight throughout the very early morning hours of our Wednesday. That includes Butler County, Edmonson County, the north side of Warren as well. It drops off to a marginal risk throughout the rest of Wobbles, but guys, whenever you talk about severe weather, we're talking 10, 25, 30 miles difference here. We all need to stay weather aware and understand that there's a high likelihood that we could see this strong to even severe line of storms plow through here throughout the overnight. And don't forget, folks, outside of any rain, outside of any storms, this afternoon through mid-morning on Wednesday, wind advisory, winds gusting upwards of 30 to 40 plus miles an hour. We're taking a look over here to severe probability outlook that's put out here in an experimental forecast. And you can see also this experimental model is showcasing the threat of severe weather being very much alive here across our vicinity as well. So we will be keeping very, very close eyes on that throughout the overnight. Total rainfall amounts over the next several days, we're going to have anywhere from a ½ inch up to an 1.5 inches of total rainfall. After we get this system out of here, folks, we've got another round of light to moderate rainfall coming in with the southern stream system on Friday. We're not expecting any sort of severe weather, but that combined with today and tonight and Wednesday morning's activity, we could get in on a nice little surplus of rainfall. Now, folks, I want to mention something else. After this cold front blasts through here, late tonight into Wednesday morning, take a look at what our temperatures are going to do, okay? Highs this afternoon in the mid-70s. You better soak it in while you can. That cold front is going to put our highs right around the 70-degree mark, but look at our time frame. 2 a.m. in the morning on Wednesday. By the time we wake up, the cold front is expected to be south and east of the area, and we'll be sitting anywhere between the upper 30s to lower 40s. And you can see here, folks, throughout the day, our temperatures just kind of hold right around the mid and upper 30s. Brisk northwest winds will be putting wind chills into the 20s at times. Another good old ride on the Kentucky weather roller coaster. As we all know, drink it in, it always goes down smooth. Here's a full breakdown of your next 5-day weather forecast for today. Scattered rain and storms this morning. Lull in activity as we dry out underneath cloud cover, hanging tough. Brisk southerly winds and a wind advisory taking highs to the mid-70s this afternoon. Might get in on a few hit-and-miss rain showers this afternoon as well, but the big weather story, passing cold front, severe weather probability during the pre-dawn hours of our Wednesday. Wednesday, it shows highs in the mid and upper 40s, folks. Again, those are going to be achieved very early in the day. Don't be deceived. All by sunshine coming back into the fold. Thursday will be nicer underneath partly sunny skies, but still on the chilly side with highs not escaping the 40s. Low and mid-50s with those scattered rain showers coming with that southern stream system. And then, folks, take a look at that weekend. Upper 60s, lower 70s under sunshine. Bring it on. That's going to wrap up your Tuesday morning weather not forecast presented by Ohio Valley Insurance. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Stay weather aware throughout the day. We'll be updating frequently. Stay right here with us as this weather maker continues to evolve. You all have a blessed second.